Hussbus, bus stop.
JP Hussey here, owner of the Hussey Team Mortgage Advisors, with this week's
Hussbus, bus stop.
Let's start with a fun fact, something I learned personally. If your home is heat by oil heat, right? Typically what it says, you got the big tank in the basement or wherever, right? Let's say you're getting low, because these oil companies have been slammed, right? And you're burning more oil quicker because it's been cold in Philadelphia, the Northeast area, okay? Fun fact, if you're getting low and you're freaking out, you don't want to go under like 20 gallons, 10 gallons, whatever. I mean, I'm not an oil guy, but you can use diesel fuel in your oil tank. You can put it in there. I learned that the oil that heats your house is the same thing as diesel fuel, except it's dyed a different color. Because oil companies can't be going and just getting diesel fuel and filling up people's tanks or whatever, right? But you can use diesel fuel. So I put about 60 gallons because I wasn't on automatic. So, fun fact, that might actually save you a little bit. Next thing to talk about, rates, all right? I hate mortgage rates. Who does, right? But when rates get to a spot, right, when it's good for you to refi, and hopefully your mortgage team tracks everything and knows how Pennsylvania works with costs and when a good time is, right? And ask you questions about cutting term. What's your goals? Do you need money? Do you just want to save money? Whatever it is, okay? But when rates get to a spot, all right, this is my pet peeve, right? And one thing you need to know about. When you read on the news that mortgage rates are this, whatever, they dropped, they're almost like 4 or 5 days late. Mortgage rates go off of mortgage-backed securities, right? Sold on the stock market. Stocks constantly move when the markets are open, all right? So mortgage rates / pricing, it's all about pricing, can change at any moment. So if you see something, right, and you see rates are there and your trusted loan officer says, hey, it might be a good time, let's roll, you got to make decisions quick. You can't be waiting around or keep paying that 7.5, paying an extra whatever $400 or $500 per month. Whatever to me, right? But we want to help you because we are a business, a for-profit business, right? So we want to do your refinance, but we only want to do it if it's in the best interest of you because we play the long game and we want to help you out if it makes sense and not just a one-off, all right? But anyway, getting back to my little rant right now, all right? Do not read the news about mortgage rates. You can kind of watch it, right? But I get questions all the time where people say, I want to refinance because mortgage rates dropped. Did they? For your situation? Did they drop? I don't know, right? So you got to be careful. You have to be decisive in the mortgage and real estate world. You can't be what if. You can't wait too long. Everything's moving very quick. Putting an offer on a home, you got to be quick. A lot of people learned from missing out on homes by not being quick enough. So you have to have a good team behind you. You have to have people trust behind you. And if things get to a spot, right, not reading the news, talking to your trusted mortgage advisor that actually can look at rates and see what has changed and if it makes sense and can move quick for you and are efficient, right? That's who you got to talk to, all right? If you go to the husseyteam.com/rates, we actually talk about how rates work. It's not just like, hey, here's your rate. No, there's pricing attached to rate. You can have any rate you really want depending on what you want to pay for it, right? So when things get better for quote-unquote rates pricing, okay, that means the pricing for each rate has gotten cheaper for you, all right, to possibly refinance. Remember, Pennsylvania, it's usually for a typical rate in term refinance, which means it's changing the rate, saving money per month, right? About a point in your rate. So if you're 7.5 and the rate is 6.5, that's usually a good time to do it, all right? Depending on how long you think you're living there. There's so many different questions. I think another video I went through some of the questions. There's so many things that go into it. Just make sure you have the right person behind you that tells you straight up and that is decisive in their answer as well, all right? There's too many what-ifs out there, especially in the news, all right? So if you need something, let us know. We have people that own our clients. Send it over. No, it doesn't make sense. Wait till then. And we get people online because you got to be efficient and you got to be decisive. Have a wonderful day. Diesel fuel. Crazy, huh?
Hussbus, bus stop.